Hey, Megan, you had a strange thing happen yesterday.
Yes, yesterday my phone starts ringing and I didn't answer it because it was an unknown number to me, 904 area code, and this is the message that they left me.
This is Trent Smith with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. I'm trying to get in contact with Miss Megan Cherry, and if you would, you call back as soon as possible. It's pretty urgent.
Jacksonville Sheriff's Office calling you. Megan's
Yeah.
in trouble.
That's what I thought.
Terry says your name and then says it's pretty urgent.
And this sounds like a pretty normal, nice guy who would be of the age to be a police officer
Sure.
to me. So I'm like, oh no, this isn't good. I've had a warrant out for my arrest without knowing before in the past.
Happens.
So
It happens.
clearly, I'm not good at keeping track of the illegal things that I accidentally do. So I called my boyfriend first because I'm like, it's so weird. The only reason I could think that they would be calling me is if something happened because I'm emergency contact for Ollie. So I call him. He's like, no, I'm good, but that's weird. He was like, honestly, it sounds pretty legit. I'm like, right?
Right.
So I'm thinking back to all the times in my 3 things we've had scammers, and I always pass on the message that you're supposed to call JSO and just verify if you think you're getting scammed. So I call them up. And they never asked me for my name, which I thought was interesting because I think, well, if you guys need to call me, don't you need to check my name? But I asked the lady, I said, someone named Trent Smith is calling me. Like, how do I know if it's a scam? And she said that there's a ton of officers with the last name Smith. There's no way to know, but it's probably more than likely a scam. But again, I'm like, I have had a warrant out for my arrest. I don't want to get in trouble with the law.
Just to clarify, why did you have the warrant out for your arrest?
I'm so intrigued.
I kind of want to know more about that.
I lived in a really bad neighborhood, and a neighbor was stopped in the middle of the road, and I tried to slowly take my truck around them, and they turned and clicked the gas as I'm going around them.
Okay.
So I hit their vehicle.
Gotcha.
And then no ticket was issued at the scene. So then I went away for an Army school for like a month. And I came back to a summons. You know, you need to turn yourself in and post bond. And I'm like, are they going to take me away?
Oh,
like,
wow,
I didn't
okay.
know what to do.
Okay, sorry. That was a sidebar there.
Yeah. So I've had that accidental, like not knowing you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Because you miss something in the mail, you don't see something.
Sure.
And I want to make sure that I'm not starting off on a criminal foot in Jacksonville here. So I still don't know exactly if it's a scam or if the law is looking for me.
I think it might be a scam, and I'll tell you why. This happened to me just 3 months ago. I got a call. I was here at the radio station. I answered it. Hey, is this Mr. Kurtz? Yes, it is. This is so-and-so from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. And this guy had a little bit of a southern accent. He sounded like a JSO officer. And I was like, yeah, what can I do for you? And he said, well, did you realize you had jury duty this morning? You missed jury duty. And I was like, I've actually never been summoned for jury duty in my life, and
Really?
I would do it. It's my civic duty. And he's like, yeah, we sent you a letter. You had to sign for it. I'm like, yeah, I never received a letter. He goes, well, what's your first name? And, I was like, Chad. And he goes, yeah, it's signed C. Kirch. And I said, well, I've never signed my name that way. He's like, your daughter, Chloe?
Whoa.
And I'm like, yeah, but she lives in Nashville. When did you send the letter? And so he gave me the date. And he's like, well, maybe one of your neighbors. Do you have another family member? I'm like, no, sir. And he's like, well, you need to do a handwriting analysis then.
What?
And he goes, here's the deal, sir. If you're driving home today and you get pulled over, there's a bench warrant from the judge because you missed jury duty. And I don't know how jury duty works because I've never, but I'm like,
right.
Sir, I don't have a record. You can check my background. I wouldn't have done this on purpose. I'll gladly go to jury duty. It's my civic duty. And he's like, I understand, sir, and we can get this cleared up. No problem. And he's like, one of the ways we can do it, you can come by one of our satellite offices here locally, or you could just do it online. You'll pay $1,000 and then you'll do your handwriting analysis, and if it's not your handwriting, we give you the $1,000 back. And I was like, oh, okay, great, whatever. And I was like, so you said online. And I'm assuming coj.net
Yes.
or
Yeah.
the Jacksonville Sheriff's website. He's like, yeah, through PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle.
ScammyMammy.com.
Bitcoins only.
But he had me going for about 10 minutes.
Wow.
And so I said, well, can you hold on? Let me look at my Zelle real quick. And I called JSO. And when the lady answered, she was not happy. I said, ma'am, I'm getting a call from a JSO officer. Apparently I missed jury duty. She's a scam. And I said, okay, He sounds real scam. It's a scam, sir. She wanted me off the phone. I imagine JSO is just getting flooded with these scam calls.
Yeah.
So when I clicked back over, I was like, sir, I just got off the phone with Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. Click. He hung up. So I knew right
Wow.
then. But then about a month and a half later, same guy calls. And he tried it again. I think he forgot I was on his list. So I let him go for a little bit. And I said, sir, you've already called me with this. Click. So be careful with that. I called my parents right away and just said, look, if you get this call, it sounds so convincing.
Yeah, the asking for money is a scam sign, but the call I got, no one asked for money.
I know, that's crazy. We'd love to, if you help, if you've heard things like this, 904-388-3699. Let's talk about it.
Something happened to me about 2 months ago with St. John's, and he sounded just like a professional police officer, everything. Same thing, Chumley. It was about jury duty. I said, okay, whatever. I didn't let him finish. And then I hung up on him. I called I called St. John's Church. Said, no, it is definitely a scam. And you know what? He did the same thing to me a month later. He called me back again.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? That same thing happened to me.
But listen to this. My wife was just telling me about the same thing. A coworker of hers got the same scam, and he ended up paying like $700. Oh. He got scammed into it. And he felt that it was right, and he paid $700 and got scammed.
Whoever that guy is, he is so convincing.
Oh yeah, they are very convincing, very professional. Oh yeah, it's done very well, that's for sure.
Just like any time this happens, hang up, call whatever agency it is that says they're calling you, and just talk to them. Don't finish on a call where they've called you.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. I ended up calling JSO, and they were like, nope, scam.
Right.
Scam.
Are you a law enforcement officer, or are you just someone who's been scammed a lot? How do you know all this?
I've had the calls come in to me, and I've got a son-in-law who is a deputy sheriff, things like that. In St. Johns County, they don't even have a website where you can look at the inmates in the jail anymore, the jail log, because people were using that information to scam everybody.
Wow.
And to shut down their own website. It's been down for like 2 years. So
interesting.
But yeah, it's a good public service. You guys letting everybody know that it's out there.
Yeah.
And just let them know. The cops are never going to call you to tell you you have a warrant out. If, unfortunately, you do have a warrant out, they're not calling you. They're coming looking for you. They want to put hands on you.
Well, thanks for letting us know. You kind of sound like a cop, honestly. If you were scamming me, I would believe it.
I've had that my entire life. All right.
There you go.
Well, thank you. You did a great public service letting us know about this stuff, too. Thank you so much. We thought we tried to not scam the scammer, but approach the scammer here. Megan got a call yesterday.
We're assuming it's a scam, or Megan has another warrant out for her arrest.
What if we just try to call that number back and see if it is an actual officer or if it is a scammer?
Well, sure, I guess.
Because I'm a little worried.
And what we have to do when we're in radio, when we're calling out to somebody, that we have to say that we're from radio, this possibly could be aired. And so that's what we're going to have to do. So
yeah, we have to disclose and say that it's taped for broadcast. And when we do that, if he hangs up, we know he's a scammer.
Okay, right. I like it.
Y'all ready?
Ready.
Okay, I need a number. We'll probably have to blot out a number, so we just got to get a zillion calls.
904.
Okay, hang on a minute.
I'm nervous.
It's okay. We got you back. His perfect relations is horrible.
The subscriber you are trying to reach is not available.
Ah.
Because he's a scammer.